Good morning, students. Till now, we saw the meeting of two friends, whether they had met or not. The man was talking to the policeman that he wanted to meet his friend after 20 years. He was talking with him, and the policeman started his way. We can continue there. The policeman twirled his club and took a step or two. "I'll be on my way. Hope your friend comes around all right. Going to call him on him sharp." So he said that, "Okay man, I'm taking leave from here and your friend will come and join with you right now. And will you call him for a short time?" he said. "I should say not," said the other. "I'll give him half an hour at least. If Jimmy is alive on earth, he'll be here by that time. So long, officer." So the man said that, "Yes, sir, I will wait here till he comes. I'll give him half an hour at least." So the policeman asked him whether he will wait or he will go. Further, the man replied that, "No, sir, I will wait for him and I'll give him at least half an hour extra time for him. Sure, if he is alive, he will come here and meet me," he said. "Good night, sir," said the policeman, pausing on along his beats, trying doors as he went. The policeman said goodbye and he went away. There was now a fine cold drizzle falling, and the wind had risen from its uncertain puffs into a steady blow. So now the man was so lone, and the climate was so chill, and it was drizzling, and the wind was rising from its uncertain puffs into a steady blow. So the wind was blowing in a smart and pleasant way. The few foot passengers astray in that quarter hurried dismally and silently along with coat collars turned high and pocketed hands. This man was standing here, and the people here and there, some of the few people, the passer-bys, were hurried to their home in a dismally. Dismally means without a happy or pleasant way, in a dull way, to reach the house. And silently, along with coat collars turned high and pocketed hands, they are putting their pockets, hand in the pockets, and they were rushing to reach their place. And in the door of the hardware store, the man who had come 1,000 miles to fill an appointment, uncertain almost to absurdity, with a friend of his youth, smoked his cigar and waited. Now this man was standing in the hardware store. To describe him, he was coming from 1,000 miles apart, distance of 1,000 miles, and foolishly, absurdity means foolishly waiting for his friend after 20 years of time. So it is not a certain thing, it is uncertain and a foolish happening. With a friend of his youth, smoked a cigar and waited. He was smoking his cigarette and he was waiting till his friend arrived. About 20 minutes he waited, and then a tall man in a long overcoat with the collar turned up to his ears hurried across from the opposite side of the street. He went directly to the waiting man. In the meantime, he was leaning there and waiting for his friend. After 20 minutes, a tall man, another man was rushing to him, and his physique was long overcoat with the collar turned up to his ears. The collars were straightened away, and hurried across the opposite side of the street. He was coming from the opposite side of the street and crossing the road, and he was directly coming to the waiting man. Seeing him, the man asked, "Is that you, Bob?" he asked doubtfully. The man who rushed and came asked him whether, "Is that you, Bob?" he asked there. Then he recognized the man who was standing at the hardware store, recognized him and asked, "Is that you, Jimmy Wells?" cried the man in the door. So that man, seeing the opposite side man, he asked him whether he is a Bob, and he asked whether he is Jimmy Wells. As soon as he asked this question, that man exclaimed, "Bless my heart!" exclaimed the new arrival. New arrival means the new coming man. Grasping both the other's hands with his own. "It's Bob, sure as fate. I was certain I had find you here if you were still in existence." That man catched his hands, Bob's hands, and was saying, "Oh, it's Bob, sure as fate, fate, you know." He said that, "I didn't expect that you are alive, you are existing, and you are remembered and came back here. Well, 20 years is a long time. The old restaurant's gone. Bob, I wish it had lasted so we could have had another dinner there. How has the West treated you, old man?" The man asked, the newcomer asked the man that, "Oh, Bob, I was so excited of seeing you after 20 years back. I also see you in a very well manner." And he asked him, "Oh, how the West has treated you? How is your job and how is your life? Have you very rich or poor?" Or like that he was inquiring. Whenever we meet our old friends after long period, we will ask everything. So in that way, he was inquiring and he was asking in an exciting manner. "Bully," said the man who was leaning, "Bob, it has given me everything I asked it for. You have changed lots, Jimmy. I never thought you were so tall by 2 or 3 inches." So that man, that Bob, the one who waited in the hardware store, is Bob. So he asked that man, that is Wells, Jimmy Wells. He asked, "Oh, you have changed a lot, Jimmy. Then I never thought you were so tall." Though the man who was a newcomer was so tall, he was asking, "Oh, within 2 or 3 inches you have grown up, I think so." He was asking in an excited manner. That man replied, "Oh, I grew a bit after I was 20. So after 20 years, I grew a bit little height and tall," he said. "Doing well in New York, Jimmy?" he asked. "So you are well versed in New York, I think so," Bob asked Jimmy. "Moderately. I have a position in one of the city department." So he said that, "I have a position in the department, city department one. Come on, Bob, we will go around to a place I know of and have a good long talk about old times." So that man who came asked Bob that whatever he had is very well, and let us go and long talk after 20 years. "Let us go," he asked him, and they both were going for a walk and to talk. So, what happened next, we will see tomorrow. Thank you.